Boop, 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 beep, boop,
We
boop.
are live.
Live.
Look at that timing with the music too.
Welcome back to Beyond the Diamond, the live show Friday edition, where there are no rules.
No.
And we live in this constant chaos of Wednesday day game, Thursday off day, Friday night game. Just absolute chaos if you think about it. But here we are. 100 Browns on the bump tonight. I'm ecstatic for that. Hopefully everyone else who has purchased Hunter Brown Cy Young tickets as well are pumped to see him play at Minute Maid Park against the Reds. This is like a little throwback week. A little NL Central.
Yeah, Brewers, Reds.
All you youngins, all you newer fans. Back in the day, the Astros used to be in the NL, this thing called the NL Central, where they played the Cincinnati Reds a lot against like Barry Larkin, Adam Dunn. Who else? Some Reds back in the day. Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey. Did you say Adam Dunn?
Said Adam Dunn. Dusty.
You know the one that always comes to mind? He was a Cardinal, but just back in my childhood mind. Edgar Renteria.
Ooh, good pull. Also Cub.
Yeah,
Cub for a little bit.
Yeah, it was a Cub.
You know a NL Central guy I don't not a fan of. This is a kid I just hated playing against him. Jason Kendall.
Pirates catcher.
Yeah, him and David Eckstein, just an absolute gnat in the side of Astros lore. So Brandon Phillips. So yeah, a little NL Central throwback. We're gonna do a giveaway for one of the shirts. We just went live right now with our last batch.
Yep, last batch is live right now.
Into the vault.
If you want one of these shirts, run to the Apollo HOU store right now, because
once they're out,
we are like we are selling through them. Let me see how many are left. Products.
I mean, we may
have 22
throughout
left.
the year. We may do a vault. YouTube not working. YouTube's working on my end. I have YouTube up on
people
my
are
laptop.
Commenting on YouTube right now. I'm on YouTube. I have it live on my phone on YouTube.
But
yeah, it's working.
This one's going in the vault. We actually purchased a vault. It wasn't the smartest purchase we've ever done, but they're going into the vault.
Yeah, the vault isn't permanently gone, but it is.
It's like the Disney
It's
vault.
Gone for a while.
It's gone for a while.
Maybe probably till next year. One of the Rockets H-Town shirts getting shipped from the pre-order 2 weeks ago. Those should be shipping this week, I believe, Patrick.
I think it is this week.
We got get all the pre-orders in, and then then we send that off to the print shop, and then they make all the shirts, take some time, and then ship them out.
David said, "What's more likely, a hit with runners in scoring position or starting at noon Central Standard Time?"
Okay. To be fair, this time
we weren't bad today.
I was very ready, but I had to make sure the shirts got posted also at noon before I could hit.
It wasn't bad today. There's been worse. There's been a lot worse.
Yeah. So later in this stream, we are gonna
give one away.
We're gonna give a challenge, basically, and then the winners of that challenge get entered into a wheel that we'll spin next week, and the winner of that wins a shirt. And this is
when we say it out loud, it sounds very complicated, but it's not.
No, every week we're going to be doing some sort of thing. So I'll just say we're not going to do it right now because I don't want to. I want to have it at one certain time later. But we're going to say, like, guess how many hits the Astros get tonight, or some sort of statistical thing with the Friday night game. And then all the people that are correct will be entered in. We'll write their name on a little wheel we're going to have next week. And every week we'll spin a wheel and somebody wins a shirt.
Or tickets.
Wheel of
Apollo.
We'll
give away tickets. We'll give away like a bar tab to one of our sponsors.
Yeah, we're gonna start
doing cool shit.
We used to do good vibe stuff, giveaways. Like,
we need good vibes.
A year ago, 2 years ago, probably. And usually good things happen when you start putting out good vibes into the world. So
because 18 and 18 is not going to cut it.
No,
I'm tired of watching average baseball. I'm tired of watching it. Tired of living in it. I'm tired of breathing in it. And it starts with God, we shouldn't even be. We should have swept the White Sox. Milwaukee, I'll give it. Milwaukee just seemed weird, but you got to take care of business against the Reds, right? Like I'm not crazy for thinking this. That they need to take care of business against the Reds. You have Hunter Brown, your ace on the bump tonight, right?
Yes.
Take care of business, get the job done with him, and then on the weekend, you got Blanco, you got Lance, and hopefully, and the offense has kind of been hitting at home sneakily. At least they've been winning at home. So just come together, right? Like I'm just tired of it. Just tired of it. Housekeeping notes real quick. Astros sit at 18-18. That is 500 for everyone that cannot do math. The formerly known as the Oakland Athletics, now going as the Athletics, 20-18. One game up on the Astros, and everyone is chasing the Seattle Mariners at 22-14. They kind of possessed to start this ever since the Astros dropped that game.
Yep.
That Wednesday day game,
Yep.
they have been possessed since then. So that's what the AL West looks like going into this weekend. Into what is this? This is game 37. And you really like your chances with the ace, the prince who was promised, Hunter Brown, sitting at 5-1 with the 1.67 ERA against. Is this Nick Martinez? Yeah. Former journeyman, just kind of all over the place. Nick Martinez coming in with a 1-3 record, 4.19 ERA.
He's going to go 8 innings.
We're going to make him look like Cy Young.
Oh, yes. Aaron said 4 ERA, so maybe 2 hits.
And we get the first 2 in the first inning. We strand those guys, and then he goes like 3 or 4 innings.
Yeah, or they get 9 hits, but scattered across 9 innings.
That's so that's
the worst. Thoughts on the statement? They don't look like they're fired up to be there. Is that just a hypothetical statement, or did somebody say that? I don't think it's a. Right now, I don't have any issue with Clubhouse vibes, really.
Hey,
I think it's just a team that needs to start winning.
It could be worse. You could be a Red Sox fan and see your first baseman's leg shatter, and then ask your franchise player who you gave $300 million to, which is going to be a ridiculous bad contract.
That
like,
currently plays no position.
We know you're just DHing. Could you play first? And then have that person laugh and say, no, absolutely, I'm not doing that whatsoever. I don't even know why I'm doing that.
Yeah. That's the funniest.
That's the
funny. I get not wanting to do it, but to say you don't understand why they're asking you, it's what do you mean you don't like?
And if you're just strictly an Astro fan, you know what we're talking about. Rafael Devers yesterday was asked by Craig Breslow, the GM of the Red Sox, to play first base. And Devers in the media says, I don't understand some of the decisions that the GM makes, and refused to go play first base after refusing to move off third base for Alex Bregman. So it could always be a lot worse. I mean, the team looks bored. It's a boring product. I agree, but it could be.
I'd rather
be talking about boredom than doing a whole podcast of like, why is Jose Altuve not leaving second base to go play left field? Like,
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I'm actually not that upset at 18-18 right now. We should have more wins, but we're notoriously slow starting organization.
We are.
And if our low point this year is 3 weeks of exactly 500 ball, I'll take it. That's a very adult take from Andrew there.
Andrew, that is great. What's up, Polly?
The Red Sox need to stop making Devers stuff so public. I don't think it's the Red Sox.
I don't think it's the Red Sox. I think it's
the thing with
Rafi talking straight to the media.
Yeah, and if you watch the Clubhouse Netflix thing, I didn't realize. I mean, I kind of knew it's a big market. Boston's a big sports market, but they have like probably 5 or 6 Chandler Romes there essentially, and then another like 5 or 6 just like other media that have credentials. They have a lot of beat writers, a lot of media like surrounding their whole team. So a lot of that stuff just comes out. It's kind of why we know a lot more about the Boston clubhouse than most others.
Yeah. I think just and I led with this on yesterday's episode. If you didn't see it, me and Brian was actually in studio, so it was fun to have the gang all here. But
the gang's all here.
I think as fans, we objectively just have to look at, all right, that was 36 games, 18 and 18. This next set of 36 games, let's go 4 games above 500, right? The next 36, let's go 4 games. And all of a sudden at the end, you're going to be 10 to 12 games up. And you're in a pretty good spot. So I think that just objectively, that's what you have to look at. But as we all know, and I'm guilty of it too, fans are irrational. And as I talk about irrationality, Tony mentions the double or nothing, the Jake bet if he makes the All-Star team.
What do you think?
And I'm not going to take that. I'm not even going to take that. Actually,
I feel like that should be triple or nothing.
People who have been following us, from the beginning of time, I make really bad bets. Last year was Jose Abreu to get over a certain threshold of OPS, and he got DFA'd. And then this year I chose Jake Myers, greater than 650 OPS. Brian took the under, I took the over, and the deadline is next Thursday. A little worried. We're in a good spot, but still a little worried. And over 20 or over 30 can derail all this, and I lose my bet. So I'm not going to take the All-Star game.
One good night on this homestand.
Yeah, I need Jake to just keep being Jake.
Even a few walks, and you'll be looking all right.
What's everyone's vibes, though? I mean, I know I've said I've been bored. What is everyone's vibes? One word. Describe what you're feeling.
One word.
This is a therapist. This is a therapy session. In one word, describe what you're feeling of the first 36 games. I'm going to go with...
trying to think of my word.
I'm going to go with... It's not a word, but I'm going to do a sound.
Oh, that's your... I'm going to say content.
Ooh.
Not really happy, not excited.
Okay.
Not really disappointed. Just content. I'm okay with where they're at. If they're still 500 at the end of July, I don't know if I'd be content. But being 500 right now, I'm okay with it. Mariners might be a problem. Des wasn't wrong just early. Okay.
I like that. I'm going to go with unsettled.
Unsettled. I like that. That's probably closer to how I feel. Bored, sigh, annoyed, patient. That's a good one. Patience. Yeah. Meh. That's valid.
Dezenzo. Average.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, I think we're all kind of around the same.
I think we're all on the same.
Like here's the spectrum here. Here's the center. Here's the low end, the high end. Everybody's kind of around the middle.
You know, like when you're at the doctor, the little smiley faces.
Yeah.
Like the one unsmiley, like with green's 10.
Yeah.
And the one smiling's 1. Probably around like a 5. Like the face that's just like stoic. Like no emotion.
Yeah.
Probably kind of where everyone's at.
I think you could tip either direction.
Yeah.
In the next like 2 weeks. I think if we're still 500 in 2 weeks, it's what is the returns,
your dividends,
something like that. Where the returns, diminishing returns.
Yeah,
this
is an economics podcast.
If we stay 500, the longer we stay 500, the more I'm not content with that.
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's diminishing returns on being 500. Right now, at this early in the season, it's fine.
Also,
as we continue on,
this time last year, we were still chasing 6 games below 500. So,
yeah.
Perspective.
Whatever emotion
Phil mates on is.
Sup, Guillermo? Oh, he's getting his Houston tat. He decided on the 2022 ring.
Nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
Nice. All right, we got 39 people in on the YouTube side. Once that number hits 50, we're gonna give the giveaway.
Yeah, tell your friends.
21 people.
Tell your friends. No, log in on your other account.
People. That was so bad.
Yeah, that was
math.
bad.
That
Quick
was
math. I tried not to.
bad
I wasn't going to call
math.
you out, but
That was bad math, y'all.
once we get to 50 on YouTube, we're at 41 now.
I will also say this for everyone out there. This is why I'm big on the Astros this weekend. Will not be attending any game, so
we'll see if that works.
I'm going to put myself like on a 1 week homestand. I'm going to put myself on a 1 homestand.
You're benched. Hand in your Astros hat.
I'm turning my iPad in
and your gun.
wow,
Wait, what?
What? I don't even think we can say that on YouTube. I'm gonna do a 1 homestand probation.
I agree with that, and I will join you.
Okay. About to say you were gonna gaslight me and
No,
you're gonna end up going to a game?
No.
There's no day games next week, are there?
There might. Well,
just kidding. I'm not gonna go.
No, all night games. All night games outside of this Sunday. No non-Sunday day games until Wednesday the 21st. That'll be a day game stream on the road. All night games, 3 night games. I was gonna remind me to apply for credentials to the Royals. Just like last year, they are a winning streak away from fixing it. Thank you, Dana Brown. Just want to say above 500 until that nice run. Yeah, I agree.
Ooh,
Walker should hit his stride soon. That's a good bet to take. Over on IG, next watch party for WWE Backlash. Yep, Backlash at Big City Wings.
Big City Wings on Saturday.
And we posted about it on our IG. You just scroll down. It's somewhere in there. Andrew, if you told us last year at this time, not only would we still make the playoffs, but next year, playing 500 ball through April into May, we'd be ecstatic. Yeah, I agree.
There's
what are we up to now?
The rolling.
We're at 42. We need eight more. Get 8 more of your friends to join, and then we will.
44 now.
Nice.
The rolling WOBA on Baseball Savant on a lot of pages. A lot of the Astros players is like this, and then all of them are ticking up. Like it's like a shout out to Tony for showing me what WOBA is and everything on Baseball Savant.
WOBA.
But the rolling WOBA is looking good. Everything's kind of trending up. I don't know. I may do a hot take right now. Astros go undefeated on this homestand.
Whoa. Okay. Jesus, that is hot. I was gonna say they're gonna have a winning homestand.
Astros go undefeated on this homestand.
Undefeated is hot. That's a hot take. Beggars can't be choosers, especially after last year. Tony, are there any left-handed hitters in the chat?
Yeah. You get a 10-day contract if you're left-handed.
Will Erickson over on IG. We need a new hitting coach.
Zachary Cooper. I think it was the first time Zachary Cooper.
I've thought that a few times.
Zachary Cooper's ever been in the chat. Welcome to chat.
Trade I think it seems
Valdez for a promising MLB ready left-handed prospect bat at the deadline. 0-6 incoming. Thanks, Dez. Well, on the Framber stuff, I think they're just gonna. I don't know. It's like an enigma wrapped in a riddle, and we have to cross a bridge and ask the Goblin 3 questions. And even then, Framber may change that all up.
Honestly, it could.
I think he goes on. He goes on
so many different directions because even if they're really good, they could trade him. If they're really bad, they could trade him.
I really do. He looked really, really good.
I do agree with that. I think from this point on, he's going to be good.
He's going to be really good.
Everybody over in IG, come join us on YouTube. We are at 45 viewers. We're trying to get
47. Need 3 more.
3 more viewers.
3 more viewers. We're going to give away the shirt.
We're gonna
start the
giveaway for the shirt.
Start the journey. We need a new hitting coach. Yeah, I mean, a lot of fan perspective and fan comments have been that over the last 30 something odd games, even going to last year. It's just, I don't know. I think it's more on the guys than the coaches. Just because hitting coaches can't call up a double. They can't. It's not like they're offensive coordinators that can scheme up a guy open or it's player dependent.
I do think at some point
it's just
at some point there's some conversation needs to be had.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
I don't know if we're quite there yet.
We're in the neighborhood.
Yeah, we're definitely in the neighborhood. We're in the on the right floor of the where the conference room is for the meeting.
Wow, you're on the floor.
We're on the floor.
I said I was in the neighborhood.
No. I'm talking about like you're going to a
I was just talking.
You're going to a skyscraper for an important meeting with these hitting coaches to talk to them.
And you're on the floor.
You're on the floor.
Well, I was in the lobby.
No,
I don't know. I wasn't even. I was pulling in the parking garage.
No, I'm on the floor.
You're on the floor.
I'm on the floor.
Damn.
But I could get back in the elevator and go back down. I could have another meeting come up somewhere else.
That seat is warm.
To me, yes.
The pitching rotation makes this the pitching lineup making this series probably need to capitalize. 100% agree. I think the pitching in the whole makes this team a legitimate contender in the American League. It's the pitching. I mean, it's the hitting that needs to at least get there. The hitting just needs to get to the league average.
Yeah.
And this team is very good.
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm just like so like and maybe it's being naive, like maybe it's just the worm's gonna turn eventually, but it just makes no like knowing baseball, knowing how it is, it's going to turn. Like it has to turn. It's turned over the last 120 years of this sport. It always turns. Now you just got to hope that you just stay in it until you eventually get there. So
Wado says sign Brown right now, but pray it's not a McCullers thing. I agree. They should extend Brown immediately.
I think that ship sailed.
Yeah, it probably has.
But I want him. I need Hunter Brown on this.
Also on IG, Will says, I also believe Altuve needs to move back to second. He's struggling a bit, and I always hold my breath when a fly ball goes to the left. He is last in arm strength in the outfield. Later in the season, that could really come to bite us. I disagree, but I understand the feeling. But I'd rather have my left fielder that plays mostly in a short porch left field be last in arm strength than have one of the last ranked second baseman
and he has
in baseball.
He's played a good defensive left field.
He's playing fine. He's playing totally fine. Arm strength is overrated with left fielders. As fun as it is for the highlight of somebody running home and like, you know, when that does happen, when you're in like a tie game and late in the game and, you know, maybe a better arm could have got the out. The amount of times that happens compared to an important ground ball hit to second base that is missed or fumbled or something.
All right, it hit 50. It dropped back down to 48.
All right. Totally fine. Let's catch up on some chat, and then we will do the giveaway here just in a second. Any word on Spence?
I haven't heard anything, but I think no news is good news on that front.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just a healing thing. It's just
that bone
in a cast. Let Framber get his yearly no-hitter, and then announce he's on the block to the highest bidder. I think that's what we're hoping for. He did just get an assist. Yeah, he did. All Altuve needs to do is hit the cutoff man, and he's been pretty good about that. Yo, Des, you missed the Hunter Brown investments on MLB The Show. Got 70 of him waiting for it to go diamond. Oh, he's not diamond?
Dude, he was 75 silver to start.
Oh, I would have been all over that.
Yeah.
You know I would have been.
Yeah.
That's
all I need is Judge Lefty collections on the American League side.
I have stayed away from this.
You have. I've been really proud of you.
Because I have too much to do.
Yeah. And I've been very proud of you.
I did get sucked into MLB Rivals on the phone. That's actually been really fun. It's kind of getting my fix a little bit without diving in 50 hours a week.
How winded do you think Paredes gets running? Yes, I agree, Jimmer. I don't have to talk any more about that, but I 100% agree with you, Jimmy.
You should see our group chat.
I've been a very staunch.
You should see our group chat.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this giveaway.
My third baseman shouldn't look like me.
We'll get back to chat questions here in a minute. Here it is, chat.
Yeah,
we are going to give away. I have one of each size so that whoever wins, we have a size for you. I set these aside so that we didn't sell them, and then whoever wins is like, oh, I need a 2XL or an extra small, and we don't have it. So I have those set aside. Here's how this is going to work.
We're going to give away something new every Friday.
Yes, this is going to be an every Friday thing. We're starting with the Crawford Box shirt, Crawford Street shirts that are going into the vault. These are literally the last ones left. I think we're about to sell out of the rest of them. We're down to
It's crazy. Thank you guys for.
We're down
buying
to
those shirts.
16
That
left in the
means-
store if you want to go buy
that
one.
means a lot. Thank you.
You need to buy one. There's 16 left. I don't even know what sizes are left, but here's what I'm going to do. Right now, everybody in the chat, you are going to guess the amount of strikeouts that Hunter Brown will have tonight. We have them from extra small to 3X, by the way. So and they're pretty oversized. So right now you're gonna guess the amount of strikeouts Hunter Brown will have tonight. You will screenshot your own thing. So
yeah, not on us.
It's not on us. You screenshot your guess.
And if 5 people guess 7 strikeouts and he ends on 7 strikeouts,
yes,
those 5 will be eligible. We'll have a nice spinning wheel next episode.
Yep.
And we'll spin it with all your own names on it, and the winner will be decided.
Yep.
So every other week, the winner on the show is going to be, if you're in a group, be spun live on the show to get whatever we're giving away. Sometimes it'll be signed memorabilia. Sometimes it'll be merch. Sometimes it'll be tickets, whatever we have. But we'll be doing this every Friday from here on out. So get your guesses in. We got some coming piling in 8, 10, 7, 9, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, 8.
Make sure you
9,
screenshot
8,
your
8,
guess.
6,
and
11,
then if you are correct,
6.
DM the Apollo account with your screenshot so we can enter you into the spin wheel next week. What do you think? Oh, that's a good point. Pull up his over underline.
I'm on it.
Oh, it's at 7. No, we're not going to do over under because I think it's more fun to have people guess the exact number. It's a small, plus it gets a smaller wheel. You know, whoever, if you guess correct, then you might be only one of like 7, and that's a pretty good chance to win a shirt. Same over on IG. Just guess his strikeouts.
Yeah, guess the strikeouts.
Screenshot
your guess.
DM us on Twitter or IG with your screenshot. Don't DM us until after the
winner.
Yeah, there's no point for you to DM us your guess if you're wrong.
Yeah,
that's just flooding our DMs for no reason. A lot of 6s, a lot of high.
I'm
guesses.
gonna go.
What if he ends up with like 4 and nobody
I'm gonna go with. Call me crazy. A dozen.
A dozen
punchies tonight.
Okay.
This is where I'm at. I had a little tip.
T-Bum on IG said 11.
Shouts to
That's a good guess.
My boy Nick. He always sends me daily like matchups.
Yeah.
Just kind of bounce ideas off
Does
each other.
Hunter look good against the Reds?
It's not that Hunter Brown looks good against the Reds. He already looks good. It's what the Reds' tendencies are. So the Reds are the 8th highest K rate in 2025. Highest K rate in the last 2 games. They're one of the worst on the road, and the 5th highest Ks versus right-handed pitching.
Interesting. That's good. And Haley has a good point over on YouTube. Reds didn't finish playing last night in Atlanta until midnight.
Woo, buddy! Give me.
So they came in. They flew in. They probably got in at 4 a.m.
Give me. You know what? Give me a baker's dozen. Give me a baker's dozen.
Wait, 13?
That's 13 punchies. That's kind of seems outrageous.
That's a lot. We have a wide range here, though. I think every number basically has been picked, other than low numbers. I don't think anybody said 5 or under.
A lot of people like Hunter Brown.
Also, I'm keeping an eye on you only get one guess. You can't just say every number in the screen.
Have every screenshot.
I'm keeping an eye on these numbers. I have a good memory. I'll know.
He does actually have a really good memory.
Numbers. I do. I'll know if I'll know if Paul said 5, 8, 9, 12.
A lot of game theory being thrown out there.
Yeah, so you could say a predictable number in the 6 to 9 range.
But then you're in a group.
Yeah. Or you could try and go high for a 10 to 12.
Or low, yeah. Be contrarian.
Low, and then you might be only one of 2.
Yeah.
To 50% chance to win a shirt.
This is going to be something that's going to be fun throughout the year in the sense of I can't wait to give tickets away or
Yeah.
We have a bunch of signed
we'll basically
stuff.
be doing these every week, right?
Yeah, every Friday.
Every Friday
we'll have something new.
Because we'll spin a wheel to give it away. To to announce the winner of the last
previous week, and
then
the
we'll
new
do
one.
one for the new one. Yeah. Dang, got called out. Did you actually do multiple? I just saw your name. I didn't know. No, you didn't. You good. You're good. Stop calling out 10.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun thing we do every Friday live show, and
yeah, start giving
we'll
away
see.
stuff. We have stuff to give away. We have a whole closet full of merch from past years, vintage Apollo merch. We have all kinds of memorabilia and stuff. So we want to give back.
Can we talk about how
Zachary? I saw that you said 10 first.
Can we talk about how that the Pope at one point, the now Pope, probably laughed
as my childhood burned
as I was a crying child.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that? The Pope being a White Sox fan.
Hey, we got him back though a couple years ago.
Yeah, we did.
We ruined his entire. Maybe that's what. Honestly, maybe that's what made him go harder in the paint with the Pope stuff.
Maybe the Astros made.
He gave up on the White Sox. And focused more on the Catholic Church.
Yeah,
and now he's Pope.
Became a Cardinal in 2023. Became the Pope in 2025.
Maybe
if so facto, Jose Altuve made the Pope.
Is responsible. Yeah, maybe the whole world has to
maybe
thank Jose Altuve.
Maybe the 21 Astros was the white smoke all along. You get it? 'Cause the white smoke's for the Pope. That was good.
I can't believe the Pope was rooting for fucking Grandal to do that.
I can't believe the
Bush League
Pope.
shit.
You know what? The Pope probably knows that guy with the little the cane thing.
Yeah, he probably does.
Probably knows. Also, kind of cool. The Pope was just Bob.
Yeah,
it was a Bob.
Pope Bob.
Pope Bob.
Can we start calling Dyken Park the Dyken Dome?
That's actually kind of fire.
Open the roof. That's actually, I really like that
Dyken
Pope stuff. This means the Pope is a Jeff Blum fan, which is cool. Yeah.
I mean, that definitely means Blummer can go play golf in Rome at that where the Ryder Cup was. I'm sure the Pope can.
Did you see that tweet of like the picture of the Vatican City and all the people?
St. Peter's Square.
Yeah, and they were like, College Game Day should do an episode.
College Game Day may do an episode.
That would be fucking sick.
That's great.
Oh, okay, Zachary. I on my end, I can't see that it was deleted, but I will. I'll let that one slide. I don't. I also understand.
Oh, Michael was at Game 3 of the ALDS. Oh, that night game when Grandal threw the chicken wing.
Grandal Bush League shit.
Ugh.
How come he never gets talked about with that?
That was the biggest.
Chaz's
swipe.
One mistake,
which was Bush League.
It was, but it gets posted 3 times a year from big baseball accounts.
It's that same damn account that has rent due, and he posts.
Can you believe he did this?
Yeah, Grandal throwing his chicken wing elbow, and then they reviewed it,
and then they didn't call it.
And he was like
5 feet within on the grass.
Yeah, I'm so glad we defeated the Pope's team. Then I'm so glad. Call that. You know what? That was my Roman Crusade, 2021. I didn't know about it.
Oh, 2 people at game.
But I will say this about that White Sox team. That Game 3 night game with the lights was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Because we probably threw one of our biggest watch parties at the moment. And that was at FM Kitchen on Washington. We packed that. That was fun. But I remember the lights, and I was like, shit, that was actually pretty sick.
Damn, you just like
I put you in a little time.
Yeah, and also thinking about we haven't had a playoff watch party. It's gonna be 2 years now. Because we only had 2 home games last year.
Oh shit! Yeah, we haven't had a watch party in a minute.
We haven't had an Astros playoff watch party in a minute. We need it this year.
That's what we need. Yeah. No, Jacob, you're good. You're good, Jacob. As you catch up, at any point you can put your
at any point
of the show
your K's guess for Hunter Brown. Just make sure you screenshot it because I'm not, and I will need to see proof. Don't DM us and say, hey, I guessed the exact number with no proof of the screenshot.
Yeah, Kush did call series. Remember that? We went up and Kush said, the series is over on camera. And then they proceeded to put up like 8.
Against the Tigers?
No. Against the White Sox in 2021.
Oh, yeah.
We were outside. I mean, like we were all trapped inside for so long that everyone was outside for those playoff watch parties.
Yeah, fucking Kush.
What a time.
He's probably watching.
All for us to win in 22.
I'll take it. That
I'll do it all. I'll do it again.
The
If Lance
2022.
McCullers Jr. doesn't get hurt, we win the 2021 World Series.
Yeah.
Also, one of the worst teams of the Golden Age defeated the Pope's best team he's seen in 20 plus years. So, like the 19 teams better, the 22 teams better,
and they
the 17 team
the
better.
White Sox fell apart after that.
Got blown up.
I lived just outside of Chicago as an Astros fan in 2005, and the aftermath was hell. I bet.
Oh, Mike, I bet.
I bet. Watch Hunter throws a no-hitter tonight, and we're all wrong. Hey, he can throw a no-hitter with only like 10 Ks.
A no-hitter, and I'll donate. You know, if he throws a no-hitter tonight, I'll donate a Starch $100 bill, and we'll give that away on stream to all 50 people.
Just come down to like, who wants the money?
A $100 bill?
That's so funny.
Actually, we'll create a big check. We'll spend the $100 on a big check. You want to get a big check that's worth $100,
but it does
not
actually
any,
no monetary
not
value.
USD value.
My Astros love runs so deep. I root for the Cubs because of 2005.
That's
interesting.
That's a lot of.
I get that.
I get that.
What is it? Friend of my
an enemy.
And friend of my enemy of
a friend of my enemy is a friend. Enemy, no. Yeah, it is.
My enemy's enemy is my friend. Why do I know this?
Dude, you've gotten sleep, dude?
No.
You were listening to Jeff in here earlier, jamming out, was worried for you.
No, I'm good. I'm vibing.
You're not usually you're joining the spot with the sayings.
Yeah, usually I am.
So
Apollo coin. Dude, we're gonna do a garbage coin and run it up and then dump. Is that what everybody's doing now?
Everyone is doing that these days.
Jesus Christ. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. There it is.
Yes, there it is. Enemy of my enemy is
Thank
my
you.
friend.
I was close. We ain't here to play school. Yeah, exactly.
Andrew. I do want to talk about this while we're on the show.
All right.
I think Mr. DeZenzo needs about 100 straight at bats.
How's he looking? How's this?
Sitting at 737 OPS, slugging 404, on base at 333, hitting 269, 14 for 52 at the dish. I just really like his approach. I really like the way he carries himself.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like the moment is too big or he's overpowered. I mean, shoot, he's only had 62 plus 52 is 114. No, yes. 112.
Wait, was it?
62 plus 52, 4. No, it's 114. Yeah. Oh, it's right there. Yeah. He's
right.
Only had 114 career at-bats in the show. And he doesn't look like he's only had 114 at-bats. He really carries himself.
Are really good.
I think he needs – and I think this is where he kind of get creative. I think he's athletic enough to play, obviously, third. You can slide Paredes over to second, who's played second. I think you could play
super not willing to do that.
Yeah, but you can't keep this guy on the bench.
Yeah.
You can't keep charting out. I mean, I love Cam Smith, but this guy's putting better at bats than Cam Smith right now. But it seems like the front office and organization is committed to Cam Smith, so they're going to keep him out there.
Well, that's what. But lately they've been starting DeZenzo over him.
I know. So I think you can play DeZenzo anywhere. Hey, Walker needs a breather at first instead of Dubon over there. Now it's DeZenzo. Hey, at third, he could slot over at third. Can he? I think he can play. I think he is a shortstop in college at Ohio State. He could play second base in a pinch. I think. Obviously, the corner outfield spots. DH is kind of a stranglehold.
I think by mid-June, our positions are a lot more cemented.
I think you have to see if this is a guy that you could build around for the next 3 years.
No, I agree. I think this next month or so they're gonna continue this rotation of trying people out, getting people at bats, and whether it's DeZenzo kind of falling off and needing to be sent down, whether it's Cam Smith needing to be sent down, whether it's moving Altuve back to second, whatever that kind of move is to where you kind of finally figure out and cement, like, all right, this is our starting left fielder, this is our starting right fielder, this is our whatever. I think that's all going to play out over this next month and a half. Because you need to know those things by the trade deadline.
Yeah.
And about whether you need to go get a second baseman or whether you need to go get an outfielder and move Altuve back to second. It's all going to be kind of figured out. I think we've talked about it many times on the show. The reason Altuve is not playing second base is because they don't like him at second base. I think that's just a given. They want to have an elite defensive infield. And if that means sacrificing some left field defense, then they feel it's worth it. It's pretty much as simple as that. So unless the benefit of going to sign somebody or DeZenzo plays out of his mind or Cam Smith plays out or both, unless the benefit of having DeZenzo in the game outweighs the negative defense at second base, they're not going to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I Ryan, I agree. I think Cam Smith has played a stellar right field for
one of the best right fielders in baseball.
Yeah. I mean,
like
just
with all the little analytics.
To just be thrown out there and 2 weeks in the middle, 3 weeks into spring training. And just like, hey, kid, go grab an outfielder's glove, go play right field and go learn. He's done exceptionally well. It just at times he seems like he's a little underwater, which is understandable. I mean, not even a year ago, not even 365 days, he's still be in the middle of ACC play, not even preparing for regional, not even preparing for a super regional, not even preparing for Omaha. ACC play. So like it's incredible he's done that. One, but two, it's got to figure out. And I'm very pro keep Altuve away from second base. I know it's kind of split, but
I think most fans want him back at second.
I think a lot of people want him at second.
Yeah,
I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent.
I don't disagree, but I see where the Astros are coming from, and I have been frustrated at times when there's like a kind of hard hit ball towards the middle, and Altuve doesn't have the range to get there. I'm like, there's a ton of plays I've seen from Dubon or Rogers this year where I've been like, I don't think Altuve makes that play in this moment. And it's at least a critical moment in the game. And I'm like, and I feel like that has happened way more than a ball getting hit to left field that Altuve doesn't get to. And I'm like, Jordan would have gotten that, or, even a good left fielder would have gotten that. That's just eyeball tests. I know there's numbers that back up. There's pretty much numbers that back up either argument, I think.
But I think you can play him at both spots. I think you could play him.
I do think you should play a little bit more.
I think you have to shelter him in both. I think, hey, a fly ball pitcher, okay, let's put Altuve at second base. A ground ball pitcher, let's put Altuve in left field. Like, I think, and it's hard to see your GOAT's age, but it's a reality. But I think you can be creative with it, and he's been very forward of doing that. So, yeah, it's all about getting these young guys and maximizing your lineup, because right now it just feels like there's so many pockets that are just, there's holes and there's outs. And you look at the Astros teams of this golden age, where I sound like a broken record because I say it every Friday. When you looked at previous teams 1 through 9, you can be like, oh shit, okay, well, we can maybe attack this guy here with this matchup. We can maybe do, like, every conversation is turned from where you're on the opposing teams when they're going through your game plan. You're like, okay, we can attack this guy here with this guy, and you're making these conversations hard with them. Now it just feels like, oh, we have this pocket for at least 4 innings.
Yeah, we
have this pocket for 2. Like, so, yeah. And Tony, I think that's a good conversation. The Roger stuff, and I'd probably lean a little bit more to you and the data you posted today. It does seem like the data on Rogers is trending up, but also that would mean he needs more reps to see if that data is accurate. Is that the right?
Yeah, he's second behind Jordan in bad luck this year, which is like his expected slugging.
Shout out to the tattoo shop. They're watching it right now at the shop. It's sick.
Hell yeah. What's up? But if you look at his Rogers' expected slugging compared to what it is, he's had bad luck. I think Astros fans all get that at this point. Even people that aren't super analytic, they've We've heard about bad luck with Tucker in the past, with Walker at the beginning of this year. I didn't realize Rogers was on that radar, and Tony posted about it, and that's really interesting. I think you need more time. I think they're going to exercise his option tomorrow. It's tomorrow, right? Tomorrow they have to make a decision whether to keep him or drop him based on his like contract option. I think they're going to keep him. I think they give him probably, what did you say, 100 more bats? Or was that for DeCinzo?
I said DeCinzo, but
either way, I think Rod. I think, like I said, I think we've got about another month and a half of trying out all these different people.
Yeah,
and finding who is going to be. I think by the end of June, we kind of know who's the guy or not.
I think. Well, also, I just think this whole conversation is because the greater 30,000-foot view is this roster's flawed. And the roster construction's flawed, and the process was flawed. And everything I said about and got shit on the internet about of saying this process seems rushed and this process seems broken, and it just seems it's reactionary. And you're sitting here at 18-18, which is fine, but having these conversations, and I think everyone's like, and maybe there's limitations we don't know, right? The even stuff that we never hear about.
Yeah. I mean, I think there was a reason they were outbid on Jorge Blanco.
I think there's a reason why you made moves of offloading Presley and Montero and getting out of those contracts and getting below the threshold. And now you have $5.5 to $6 million to make moves to absorb contracts when it comes up. And obviously, you're not graded over 36 games. You're graded over 162. But it just seems like you tied your hand behind your back in the sense of for funsies. Like, hey, we can do it again. Hey, we're the Houston Astros. Everyone's gonna bow down to us. The Houston Astros still strike fear. Yeah, in a vacuum, but that doesn't mean the process is right. Like, it just felt like you made the trade, right? You trade Kyle Tucker. You get a major league arm for your rotation. Great. You get a everyday third baseman that is going to replace Alex Bregman. Great. You get a crown jewel. A top prospect automatically in an organization in it. Great. What happened? And I keep going back. What happened if Cam Smith doesn't go possessed in spring training? That means Chaz is your right fielder. That means now you're missing a spot on the bench. But right now, Chaz is your platoon guy, and Chaz is your fourth outfielder that barely gets run. When he does play, he's sacrificing bunting the entire time.
Yeah.
So it just seems like you're one player or two players short that you could have just maximized by signing, whether it was Polanco, whether it was Verdugo, whether it's Robbie Grossman or JD Martinez, whoever it is.
Yeah.
It just seems like you got to pick six. Hell yeah, like a linebacker like got hit in the face with the football, catches it, and he's going to score, and he celebrates too early and dropped at the 1 yard line. You didn't get the score. The other team recovered.
Yeah.
So that's just where I'm at. Like, and you could shore that up, right? You could shore it up with guys playing to their expectations, with guys playing way above their skis like Jake Myers, playing guys like DeCinzo and Cam Smith who are gonna look like rookies at some point and then get on really hot runs. That can all be fixed, but it just seems like, hey, why are we not giving our top chefs more ingredients? Why are we not getting them more ingredients? We're just like, hey, make potato stew. Why? There's a Michelin chef. Let them make something really nice. Oh, I'm frustrated.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. No, I like that. I think they're going to be active at the deadline. We'll see. Let's get to some comments.
Sorry, that was like a 5-minute.
No, you're good. It was
sermon.
good. It was good. It was good. Justin over in IG. If you had them make a winning lineup, what is it and where is everyone playing? He also said 18-18 is not fine. I would say 18-18 is fine for right now, based on how
it's not fine in a whole, but fine for present day.
It's fine like today. I don't know if it's fine a week from now even.
The White Sox series just pissed me off.
Yeah, the White Sox series bad. Let's do that at the end. Hang around, Justin. We'll make our winning lineup at the end of all this debate. Is there any chance Bryce Matthews gets called up this year? Maybe in September if they don't get a second baseman at the deadline. I would say probably not. How's he playing right now? Probably not great, right? I don't think he's like knocking
So
on the
much
door.
for the good vibes today. Yeah, I'll bring it back up. I'll bring the vibes.
Yeah,
back
right.
Up. I'll bring the
right.
vibes
The whole
back
thing says good vibes. Whole episode.
Everyone was mad that I said they were going to go on a 7-game win homestand.
He's on a roller coaster today. It's okay.
I didn't have my coffee today.
I thought you were gonna say I didn't have my Prozac today or something. Whatever the problem isn't Rogers. It's playing Dubon. Dubon needs to be the 26th man and only play as a defensive sub and never get at bats. I wouldn't say that he needs to.
We need offense. I agree.
Never get at bats, but I do agree that his value is being that defensive sub.
I don't think that value exists anymore. To be honest.
Well,
especially for
not as much now that you have
for $8 million.
Now that you have all these other players.
Everywhere.
You have athletes everywhere. Dubon's value has gone down. Tony agrees. Rogers over Dubon. We need offense. Jets has a good point. We're not here if Jordan is going.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, we're not arguing about all this, debating about all these things. If Jordan is even, being like a 900 OPS career average, Jordan
just
doing anything.
Let's get a few Astros in the 800s. OPS. Is that asking too much?
Yeah,
800 OPS.
I think if Jordan, Walker, Paredes are even like hitting close to career average,
Paredes is at league average. His
career average, is he? He might be up there.
Which is like mid 700s. Like he's not this 900 OPS guy. That's what I'm like.
I guess more home runs is what I was expecting from Paredes at this point. Is Chaz hurt? The way they're playing him is weird. I really agree that the way they're playing Chaz is weird. I think he's been nothing but professional.
He's been a true pro.
I think he's better than how they've been treating him. But at the same time, I'm also on the side of I want DeCenzo and Cam Smith to get at bats. So I'm also guilty of it's a little bit crowded. I would not be surprised if an outfielder gets traded at the deadline.
No way Paredes is 213, 5'11". Sorry, that was just me being mean. That was my intrusive,
that was ugly.
That was my intrusive thought.
What happened to the good vibes today?
Let's
bring the
Isaac
vibes
Paredes' career in 6 seasons as a 756 OPS hitter. His 2025 campaign so far for the Houston Astros, 756. That's pretty right at his career marks.
Yep. Apollo at the Derby 2026. Dez, make it happen.
Big horse guy.
Yeah, maybe. And Breggy said he is going to probably have a.
I think Brady's
hoping to have a horse.
I think Brady's having a horse next year. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if he tries to get over there. Chaz just isn't athletic enough. Cam Smith and Jeremy Pena are changing this team identity with speed. I think the organization likes that. That's a really good point, Jets. At the same time,
needs a pop.
I think Chaz is very athletic and a great fielder, and he's pretty fast. So I don't know if I agree with your second part that the organization is leaning towards the athleticism and speed and getting more toolsy players outside of pop, which we've seen now. The downside to that is not having pop. We need some people to hit bombs.
Pop. We need some slug.
That's like 6 foot. That's like the 6 foot Bregman myth.
Okay, hold on. Breggy was 6 foot.
No.
Yes, he was, dude.
No.
Breggy was my height, and I'm 5'11".
Yeah, he's like 5'11".
Okay, but people made Bregg seem like he was 5'8".
No, I would say
Bregg was flat foot.
I think he's
like my height.
I think he's 5'10" and a half.
In cleats, he's 6 foot.
On Tinder, I'm 6 foot.
In cleats, I'm 6 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, he's not short.
We were at Bregg's house, and he was standing with no shoes on, and
he's not as tall.
Height.
He's not. Yeah, I was taller than him.
Yeah, I'm like 6'1".
No, I'm like 6 foot, like on the dot.
Okay, 6 foot, dude. All right, yeah. 6 foot on the dot.
I mean, I know because my dad's 6'1", and he's taller than me. It's weird because we have a good problem, and then we have a lot of guys qualified to play in a lot of positions, but somehow we're getting the wrong solution. That's a really good point, Andrew. They have, like you were saying earlier about the chef cooking. The Astros have a lot of good ingredients, I would say, or at least a lot of solid ingredients mixed in with good ingredients, and it feels like they haven't been cooking up the right meals yet. And some of those ingredients maybe a little stale. You know what I mean?
Damn, you're talking about everyone on me in the comments being feisty today. This guy's over here snappy.
I'm just saying, like,
you've been snappy.
It can improve, but like when I fully agree with some of the big moves of the offseason, Walker and Paredes. As much as it hurt, I think the Tucker trade was beneficial for both sides. I agree with the philosophy, but it just hasn't been. Walker hasn't been playing how he should be. I think Paredes could be better. He's been solid enough. I still like.
I just feel like you were 2 moves short, and that's what we're seeing right now.
But Yordan not performing is huge. It's Yordan and Walker are the biggest things because when you're
3 and 4 hitters are just,
when you look at the RBI totals for the team, Yordan and Walker should always be at the top of that, and they're like in the middle. You're probably at the bottom.
Yeah. Bryce Matthews is batting 197 with a 653 OPS. So,
yeah,
and everyone
knows how I feel. I didn't think it was going very well for Bryce. So
I'm going to bat for my boy Breggy here. He's solid 5'11".
I wish I had Garrett here because he was talking about this the other day.
Breggy at his house was barefoot and
he
was my height.
Garrett said he's 5'11" and he was taller than Breggy. So maybe there's some internal things you need to address with
I'm on trial. I'm on trial.
Chaz was 85th percentile in sprint speed last year. Yeah, Chaz is fast. I don't think we're How tall are the cleats?
Problem is, that 30 million to Brady Montero or
Does Zenzo and Spaghetti at the deadline for a solid second baseman years controlled?
No, I'm good on that one.
I don't like that.
It's a second baseman.
That's
Mookie Betts.
Too much. Yeah, it's the second baseman fucking.
But there's not really great second basemen.
Somebody said Ozzy Albies, last week or during our live show.
Someone said that during a live show.
I like that. I think Albies would be really interesting. I don't know where the Rays are with their second base prospect.
That Savant page is bad
for Albies.
657 OPS, slugging 3.
Yeah, he's not doing good this year. It's one of those things like if you think he's going to turn it around.
He's year 28. I mean, he's only 28.
Man, there's Garrett coming to help me out. Breggy's like 5'9", dude.
Breggy's not 5'9", guys.
He's short, man. He's doing mad, but perfect time to snatch him up.
I mean, I would
Jets
call
is still on Brandon Lowe.
I mean, Lowe, yeah.
But that's the thing. All the potential second basemen around the league that you could maybe trade for, they're all having bad years. So
I'm trying to go.
It's tough. There's not really like a guy that's like, oh, we need this. Like, this is who we need to go get. And the same thing with free agents.
Oh yeah.
Really, if you look at it,
a little bit.
Jorge Polanco has kind of come through. He's been way better than expected. But even at the time of his signing, you look at it was like Jorge Polanco and a sea of very mid second basemen that you could go get.
Vice position second base.
So it might be a prospect, to be honest. There might be a guy in AAA, second baseman in AAA.
You couldn't guess the top second baseman in all of Major League Baseball right now. OPS.
Fuck. Matt McClain.
No. Good in the NL in that same division.
Is it Pirates?
No.
Is it the Cubs? Is it
no?
Is it the Brewers?
No.
So it's the Cardinals. God, last guess. Who's the second baseman for the Cardinals?
Brandon Donovan batting 854 OPS with a 331 average.
He's a lefty second baseman.
Christian Campbell, all sensational rookie.
I love
819 OPS. Tommy Edman 818. Bryce Turang 792, and Gabriel Arias of Cleveland at 791. So there's nobody that's
tradable. Really,
there's no.
I don't think the Cardinals are trying to move Brandon Donovan. Would be perfect. Donovan is exactly what we need. We need a lefty second baseman that can hit.
What if Philly blows it up?
Get a Stott? I don't think they would.
27 years old.
They do make moves though.
They do make moves. They need pitching.
Framber? Framber and the Phillies.
Jay-Z with a good guess. Donovan, yeah. It came after.
No, he's 5'11". Look at the photos with Reagan. Oh, we have Noah in our group text also agreeing with Garrett. You're getting bullied right now.
I'm just getting cooked today.
Although he's been hurt, Jordan Westberg and some prospects I thought would really be a good guy to grab. I like Westberg. I really want a lefty. But as much as the front office is saying like, oh, we're not worried about righty, lefty, righty, whatever, I think it's a problem. It's kind of a problem now, but it's really a problem that's going to be exploited in the playoffs. When you have a whole team of righties, God forbid they play a team that has some really good right-handed relievers, because they just get mowed down.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I've just been wrong on. You know what? I'm gonna is the parade still on? Parade's still scheduled in Louisiana at the end of the season. Yes.
Well, I need to make
I'm buried.
That meter thing, that idea I had, blocking off the street.
Yeah, blocking the parade meter.
I'll make that. I'll make that soon. Brady's 5'10" on the best day of his life.
No outlaw. Dez is like 5'9". I'm not 5'9". That's outrageous.
Okay, Dez isn't 5'9".
I'm 5'11".
I'll defend you there.
Thank you.
You're at least 5'11".
That at least was so ugly, dude.
No, at least as in that's the minimum. Like you could be
thanks,
you're like 5'11". I mean,
yeah,
I've never noticed a height difference in us.
I'll take that extra.
I know I'm 6 foot.
But before I'm on trial. In the comments. Get your guesses in, everyone that's jumped in
Ethan
and you haven't. Get your guesses in for how many strikeouts do you think Hunter Brown will record tonight against the Reds? If you are, make sure you screenshot your guess. That's on you. The winners, like say there's multiple people that chose 8 strikeouts, for example. All those people will be on a spinning wheel to be drawn for the shirt.
I'm going to order it on Amazon today, and we'll get it by next week.
Every Friday show from here on out, we will be giving stuff away, whether it's vintage shirts that were in the vault, to signed stuff we have in the office, to tickets, etc., etc. So, get those guesses in, y'all. If you're on IG, Twitter, YouTube.
A lot of 8. I think 8's been the most guessed.
Yeah.
If I had to guess. 8. We had a lot of. It's been a while. It's been a while since we did them. 7. A lot of 6 through 8. I think has been our.
And also while you're here, just hit that subscribe button for us, please. That's all.
Yes. Yeah. We're working our way up to
trying to get to 20,000.
Yeah.
We're at 14.5. Yeah. Just hit that little subscribe button. Totally free to do, and much appreciated. But other than that, big series coming up.
Yeah,
Hunter Brown tonight against Nick Martinez.
Got Lance at home.
Renell Blanco Saturday. Lance on Mother's Day making the start.
I thought Lance was Saturday.
Was Lance Saturday?
Yeah, Lance is Saturday.
So
Lance Saturday and then Blanco
Sunday. Yeah, there it is.
Garrett guessed 7 Ks.
There's a lot of
Kierstad.
A lot of fake news.
I don't mind Kierstad from the Orioles. The Orioles have prospects. And
I mean, the Orioles are going to be selling.
The Orioles have prospects, and they
go give me Mullins.
Yeah, I think our hope is that the Orioles. I guess if they're selling, they would sell Mullins.
Yeah,
but if they're buying, they would buy Framber.
Bryce Matthews is going to love Baltimore.
God, I would hope he would be worth enough for that. I forgot we got the Reds. Can we get a win is the real question. Dez is calling for a sweep.
I'm calling for a homestand sweep.
Jesus.
7-0. Tic-tac-toe, 7 in a row.
It's only 6 games.
6 games in a row. Tic-tac-toe, 6 games in a row.
That'd be crazy if they went 7-0 on a 6-game homestand.
I left some wiggle room in there for me.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Mike Elias, hey, you up? Other than that, thank you to everybody who came to hang out. I think it was our biggest stream of the year so far.
One of our most consistent.
Every Friday at noon, we're going to be giving away stuff, talking ball. This is what we do. Like, subscribe, unsubscribe. Maybe and we'll have the wheel starting next week.
The wheel will be next week.
The wheel
presented by
blank
XYZ sponsor. Could be you.
But speaking of our other sponsors,
what does he say? Investors, possibly
you.
But yeah, shout out this whole thing. The whole operation works. The lights are on as we speak. Thank goodness. Two Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint. You had to be there. Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint, 13 locations. The 14th in Cypress is currently being built. Should be done here soon. So head over to Big City Wings this weekend. Enjoy some baseball, watching the Astros play the Reds. And if you're brunching tomorrow, get you some Zing Zang, You Zing, We Zang. Have the Michelada mix to the left, the margarita mix to the left, the Blazing Bloody Mary to the left. Head over to HEB, Specs. That was a good pull. Yeah. Total Wine, etc., etc. And if you're hitting the links, if you're doing stuff, putting clothes on to go out, it'd be rocking Kobe Stevens. Kobe Stevens, head over to them, to KobeStevens.com, or follow them on Instagram, whether it's golf apparel, outdoor apparel, athletic wear, men's line, women's line, youth line, everything at Kobe Stevens. And as we speak, we have very few left. I
was just looking at it. We have 14
shirts left.
We have these set aside for the giveaway, but outside of these, there is 14 of these left in the world. And then it's going into the Apollo vault. Oh my God, that's probably really loud. Yeah. Go to the ApolloHOU.store if you want to buy yours, or if you want to test your luck with the giveaway. We will draw the winners next week, but outside of that, there's 14 left. But yeah.
And DK, you haven't seen me sell out yet. I'm going to sell out so hard. You thought a NASCAR car sold out? Woo, buddy, wait till we sell. Oh, God. Beautiful.
You telling me I can pay my rent on time?
You telling me I can pay my bills?
What do you want? Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Please buy a shirt.
And
please buy a shirt.
Thank you for watching and listening to Beyond That Podcast. We see you next time.
Peace. Love you guys.
Go Stros.
Please win. Please win.
Please win.